Hey friends, it's Megan, Georgia Girl Stitching here on YouTube and on Instagram, and this is my husband David.
Hello, aka Southern Dude Knits on Ravelry.
Yes, and we are here for FlossTube number 34. It has been quite a minute since we have been here. It is July 2nd, 2023, and last time I was here was April, and last time you were here was February?
Maybe, sure.
February, March?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get back into this.
Yes.
So it's been quite a few months. It's been a hectic 2023, but we did want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who's come back to check me/us out and click on play this time. There's a lot of content out there right now, so really appreciate you checking us out. And want to say especially a huge thank you to everyone who supported us and encouraged us and reached out over this last month, especially. When I was here in April, I announced that we had a new puppy, and in June, she sadly passed away. Yeah. So we're not going to go into it too much because we won't get through this video.
Yeah.
But thank you for everyone who supported us. I kind of kept everyone up to date on my stories on Instagram as we were living it. Basically, her small bowel folded on itself, nothing to prevent it, and she the surgery was too much for her. So we had to say goodbye to Isla, very sadly, but
yeah,
it's been a really rough month. I was hoping to be back here in the middle of June, and this happened all in the middle of June. So,
and you had a lot of traveling.
I was traveling.
And I was working a lot. So for many reasons, it was a tough month.
It's been a tough month, yeah. I actually pushed my board exams back to end of July. I took one at the beginning of June, and then my second one was supposed to be July 14th or June 14th, and it's now in late July. It just was too much. So still studying, still doing all of that. But I've been gone more than I've been home in the month of June.
Yep.
So, because I had testing, and then my birthday / our anniversary, Father's Day, my parents came up to visit. My birthday and Father's Day were the same weekend, so my parents came up to visit, which we had a lot of fun with that. And then my best friend had her bachelorette party down in Florida, which I was sort of hosting. I helped plan a lot of it. So that was pretty much an entire week between travel.
You were gone 8 days.
8 days, yeah. So it was so it's been
it's been a lot.
Been a lot, but we're here.
We've survived.
We survived June, and then David, June 30th, is no longer an intern. He graduated intern year of residency.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell him what you're gonna do now?
So now I move on to a little extra training over the next month, and then I'll be hanging out in the Hampton Roads area for about 4 months, doing mostly primary care work. And then in January, I leave for dive school. So I'll be bouncing back and forth between Groton, Connecticut in January, which for people who are from the deep south, that's more exotic than like going down to the tropics.
He complains when it's 50 degrees outside.
Yeah. So
I mean, me too, but
yeah. So hopefully that'll be the worst part. But then I'll be bouncing from there to Panama City Beach and then back.
That would be nice.
Yeah. So that'll be a fun adventure.
Yeah. And then he'll be a dive medical officer for a while.
And dive medical officers work with any military or any unit under the Navy that has dive duty. So that includes submarines, special warfare, EOD, salvage diving. So any unit that has dive duty, I will be the doctor for that unit.
Yeah. So we won't know where he'll be until like April, right?
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah. He won't get stationed until thankfully after I match residency. So hopefully the stars will align.
Yeah.
But so we won't fully know where he's gonna be until then. But yeah, so exciting things. If you're new here, he's a physician in the Navy. So he did the HPSP scholarship throughout med school, and now
we're here.
So yeah, and tomorrow I officially start 4th year of medical school, which is insane.
Yeah.
So I've been also trying to write a personal statement and
get
work
your
on application.
Yeah,
so that's due in early September. Yeah, so the next 6 months are also going to be
an adventure.
2023, man. Whew.
Yeah.
So yeah, I start in the NICU tomorrow, which I am so excited about. It's gonna be a good way to kick off 4th year. So
yeah, critical care is our family's happy place.
Which is every other family's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But yes, so very excited. Hopefully July kind of start fresh and start renewed and kind of see where the rest of this year takes us. But yes, if you ordered, I did want to say real quick, if you ordered the floss tags that I had done a pre-sale for, I'm currently working through those, and those should still be out by the middle of July. I did close it for now. Thank you so much for the immense support of that. Yeah. But with everything started up, I'm closing that for now. But yeah, it is. And then my destash, I still have quite a few things on my destash page, which I'll link down below. And then there's still some stuff there. So thank you to everyone who bought stuff off of that as well. I think I've worked through all of those orders. If you're missing something, please let me know. But yeah, I think that's probably enough life stuff.
That's all that's worth getting into.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, but yeah, I think that's the basis. So we're gonna start with my stitching and all that I've been working on, and then we're gonna go to David's crocheting. So last time here it was knitting, now it's crocheting. But we're gonna start with my stitching first. So I have a few finishes and a few whips. I don't have any starts. But the first thing I finally finished, I still need to post about it actually. So Shiloh, I finally finished Patchwork Quaker. I'm gonna cover your face.
That's okay.
I started this mania of 2020 and I have finally finished it. It was one of my goals this year to finish this. So this is on 40 count platinum, all called for colors and everything. I'll zoom in on it. It was a ton of fun to stitch. And I got to go back to paper chart life because I could never get this in a pattern keeper. So
yeah, I honestly thought you had finished it at some point because it had been so long since I had seen it out. Yeah. That when she pulled it back out, I was like, oh, you're doing it again.
Yeah, because I worked on this, the last time I really worked on it was our honeymoon on the way home. I think I did it the entire way back from the Keys. So, yeah, but it's done. And I'm happy about it. I don't know how I'm going to finish it yet, but really enjoyed that. And then this one was a start and a finish. Actually, I'm going to need white behind it. This is one of my designs. It's called Peace Within. And this is on 40 count Aqua. Oh, well, one of my really good friends, she was a bridesmaid in my wedding, she got married at the end of May up in Pittsburgh, yeah, just north of Pittsburgh. So we went and traveled to and from. It was about 6.5 hours from here. So when I was like, my brain couldn't handle studying anymore, I worked on this, and I was actually able to get it done mostly on that trip. So very fast stitch. Sky above, sand below, peace within. It's basically our family motto. And it was a ton of fun. So if you are interested in this, it is now on my Gumroad, which I will link down below, is where you can find this. So yeah.
And that was really fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. David helped me a lot with it actually, with colors, because there's a lot of different yellows in there. So trying to get the right combo.
In the starfish and the sand dollars, there was some trial and error.
David was very helpful. He made a Michael's run for me. It was fun. We now know where the Michael's in Butler, Pennsylvania is, if anyone needs it. And then last but not least, so the week, this one's gonna be a little more explanation. When the Sunday she passed away, that week, I could not get back to studying. And I was working on one of my whips, and it was just, I needed something that took a lot of brain power. It was like one of the times I actually wanted a cross stitch that took a lot of brain power that I would really focus on, that I couldn't be distracted with. And so I pulled this one out. I wanted to finish it this year anyway, and I was like, this one's gonna take a lot of brain power. Yeah. So I wanna work on that. And that is Midnight Sail by Shannon Christine. So I absolutely love this piece. It has a crap ton of beads. Didn't even do all the beads. So this one is on 32 count Nocturne by Picture This Plus. And I made quite a few modifications, mostly purposeful. But this piece, I'm trying to find a good way to like share it. This piece, I'm gonna put the chart up here, actually. Here's a picture of the chart of like the mock-up. She has not actually stitched this. At least she hadn't when she released the chart, which is normal for Shannon Christine. She pumps out a lot of patterns, and so she'll just like, the chart will just be what the mock-up would be. The thing is though, she has a lot of Krynic and beads and back stitching as part of this pattern. And granted, it was called for on 28 count, but I did on 32 count, and it was not a picture of this plus. So a lot of this is probably fabric choice as well. The beads were very hard to actually do all of the beads. Like they were just getting very crunched up together. So I didn't do a lot of the beads. And also because of that, the beads were actually called for to go all the way around the moon. I did not do that. Now granted, if it was on 28 count and it wasn't a picture of this plus, it probably would have been just fine. But because of mine, I like this swirl here. I like, it's like every other bead in there. So it looks great, especially from a distance, you know, like where you would actually be looking at it, looks great. The other thing though, this entire moon was called for in Krynic. Absolutely not.
She wasn't gonna do it.
Absolutely not. So what I did instead, which you might be able to tell, I did it in DMC Étoile. My stitches look a lot better than they would have in Krynic, and you still get like, at least in person, it's hard to show on camera, you get that shine. Like it looks like the shine of the moon. And then also she called for the Krynic, for non-back stitching Krynic, she called for 2 strands, which I only used 1 strand for when I was doing like in the waves and stuff. 2 strands would have been impossible. And then she also has a border in the Krynic all the way around, and then like random beads as like stars, which I did consider doing, but once I got this part done, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Like it was the end of the week, and I was like, yeah. So those are all my main changes. Also, instead of 310, I did Anchor Black for the ship. It's the first time using Anchor Black. Love it. But I'm super happy with it. I mean, it's a gorgeous design. It's a gorgeous pattern. Shannon Christine's one of my favorites. So really, really happy with it. No idea how I'm gonna finish it. No idea. But it was perfect for what I needed at the time. Yeah. And now I can check it off the box. Check off the box. So yeah. So those are my 3 finishes over the last few months. And then I have 3 whips. So first one is another one of my designs, is Nautical Flags Alphabet. I'm doing the full sampler. Back in the fall, I did where I just used the flags and spelled out Axford. So like Axford 2021, which is when I got married. So now I'm doing like the full alphabet. This is on 40 count Anthracite, and I got up to I. So this is a really fun stitch. It goes really quick. I mean, the flags themselves go pretty quick.
As somebody who's peripherally involved in your stitching, it's very satisfying to watch that one come together.
Yeah, like the different letters. Yeah, it's really fun. And it goes, I mean, I think I can do, like, if I'm like sitting in front of the TV focused, I could do a letter every like hour and a half, I think. So, yeah. And then this one I worked on probably the most over the last few months.
Oh yeah. This one hurts my brain.
It's so easy to stitch.
The pattern, looking at the pattern and watching Megan do it, it hurts my brain.
Oh, it's Patchwork. I mean, Beachcomber. This one, I was like, it was easy. It was easy to travel with when I was doing all of my traveling. It's a very easy pattern to follow. It hurts his brain, but it's very easy. And I finally found this corner. So I was working on this during all of the craziness, and I just haven't been able to go back to it. I wanted to finish this corner. My goal for the year is to finish this quadrant, and I'm just not ready to go back to it yet. But I love how much it came along before. Will you actually hold it real quick? So last time you saw it, I had the center all done, and I had basically like the cross, and then plus this, like this was all done. And then I think these were partially done. So since then, I finished this line and then got all of this in since last time. So it's been 11. This is on 40 count Mallow. And I started this Mania of 2020 as well. So it needed some love. I had not, before I brought it out this time, I had not worked on it since July of 2020. So
again, another one that I thought had gotten finished.
I was done. I was like, no. I think I'm officially at 30%, 31% done.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a third of the way through. Oh, no, I think I got to 33 because I remember thinking like, okay, I'm officially the third of the way. This is eventually going to be a pillow is what I want to do with it. It's like once because it's perfectly square. So I feel like that would be like a good pillow.
Yeah.
For like the futon or something. So eventually I'll get back to it. I will try not to let another 3 years go by before I pick it up. Last time I worked on it was like, I hadn't even started med school yet. Last time I worked on it. It was like right before.
Yeah, wow.
It was like right before first year started, so. Yeah, but I loved it. I fell back in love with it. It's so easy to stitch. And I have Pattern Keeper now. I didn't have Pattern Keeper before. So Pattern Keeper is a huge help. Okay, and then the last one I worked on I was just working on this week. This is my happy piece. This is Hibiscus Arrangement 1 by Artecy. Oh, I need to put it on white. On 32 count wave pool from Colour&Cotton. And this is just, I just love this piece so much. Although fabric, I want yards of this fabric. I wish I could get more of this fabric. This was a fabric of the month from Colour&Cotton at one point this year. And so last time, since last time I did this entire flower and then I brought the leaf down more and added this up here. So those two, as I've now learned, are plumerias, not orchids. They're the Hawaiian white flower.
Okay.
They still remind me of orchids, but they are plumerias.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one.
I'm not a flower.
The Hawaiian white flower that everyone knows. Yeah, so now I'm going, when I pick it up again, or I might still work on it, I don't know. It's not going very far away, I'm gonna finish off the leaf. I should probably show you the pattern. Cover photo, here.
There.
Okay, I'm gonna finish off the leaf and then start working on the first pink hibiscus down like below. So I'm gonna kind of find the bottom of the pattern and then go from there, so.
Where do you think it'll go? Do you think we'll put it
I don't know.
like up there?
I mean, it would fit up there. Could fit like
this.
Right here.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else up there is this color.
Yeah.
So I think so. The one right there, this is Axford sampler. I did it as a wedding sampler for us. That was on Colour&Cotton Malibu. I think this is their new Malibu.
Oh, okay.
Because that was when they were still dyeing in a different place. So now I think this is like their new Malibu, which Malibu was my favorite, and now this one's my favorite. So I know. If anyone knows where to find more of this, let me know. I would stitch almost everything on it. Mm-hmm. And that's all of my stitching for the last few months. Not a lot of projects, but a lot of progress. So which is abnormal for me. So
yeah, you're averaging a finish a month right now?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
For 2023. Yeah, because I got a head start. Or is it 2 months?
No, it's
1 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I got a head start in January with 2, but then I didn't get any in
February
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one I didn't get any in. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working through my list. I keep starting stuff, but
which for us is really good progress.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of time. Yeah, and then I do have a few plans. I did create a pattern for Isla. So I'll put a picture in here. We have a memorial shelf that we've created for her that was above where her crate was. And so we
We're looking at her right now.
Yeah, some things are gifts. My parents brought a photo of her when they came to visit. Taylor sent us a really sweet, like paw crystal wishing, what's it called? Wishing thread, I think. And then the place that cremated her did an amazing presentation, like paw prints and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a place on the shelf though on the top where I've created a cross stitch for her, which is a variation of my heart, paw on my heart pattern. Here, I'll put it up here. This is what I created for her. So the center top piece is already a pattern that I have out, paw on my heart. I made her the paw black because she was a black lab. And then I added down below like her information, but then around the paw and back stitch were like her nicknames for us, or like special things that we called her, little songs that we had for her. So so I just kind of memorialized those on the pattern. So I need to start that. I'm gonna start that this month and then figure out how to finish it, and then it'll go up on the shelf too. So that's kind of the big plan for me. That, and then I want to get a few more letters done on my alphabet sampler. And yeah, and then just kind of whatever I feel like. Like, I don't know. I got so much going on this month and the rest of this year that it's just going to be kind of whatever I want to work on. It will make me happy. So yeah, I think that's all my stitching related stuff. Tank's doing really well. He's asleep right now
doing very
on
well.
the bed. Do you have your phone?
Yes, I do.
Take a picture of him. We'll put right here what he looks like right now. We went to the beach this morning, his happy place too. And yeah, so I think that's all of my ramblings. If you're just here for stitching and have no interest in crocheting,
leave
then
now.
Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully I'll be back, in a month. Hopefully I'll get back on my monthly basis. But I'm gonna turn it over to you, Mr. Southern Dude Knits.
That's me.
/crochets.
Yeah, so I know crocheting is not knitting, but
I
created that profile when I was learning how to knit, and I learned that I do not have the patience for knitting.
Yeah.
So for all of you who knit, God bless you, because I figured out that I needed something a little more fast paced and something that I could kind of turn and burn through. So I taught myself how to crochet. For similar reasons that Megan needed a cross stitch pattern that required a lot of brain power the week Isla died. I was working nights at the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Which and my coworkers were very supportive during that week, but I needed a little extra something to take my mind off. And so I taught myself how to crochet. And for me personally, it's been a lot more fun than knitting because of the speed. And some of my coworkers are actually interested in learning how to crochet too. So there are going to be several medicine doctors at Portsmouth Naval who are going to be crocheting when they're not taking care of patients.
We'll wait for those consults to come in.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been a lot of fun. I've gotten through 3.
Yeah, he actually has finished projects to show.
So,
Did you ever even finish that knitted scarf?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. You finished this. Oh yeah, you made it.
Oh, the knitted one.
The knitted scarf.
No, I did not.
I didn't think so.
But no, I did not finish that one. But I did a scarf, a couple hats, and then I have a hat that I'm making for Megan right now. I did a couple blocks to learn some of the different crochet stitches and how to like tie things off and sew in ends and things like that. I think we trashed those because those look like a bomb went off in a yarn ball. So, but my first, I should have been more prepared. I'm not used to this. I don't have the pattern saved. Great.
We'll link down below.
I did a scarf.
Where did you find these patterns?
These are all on Ravelry.
Yes, the knitted, the app.
Yeah.
The knitted app.
And Ravelry is so good. I mean, it's a real treasure trove of free patterns, and I love especially being able to filter and sort things by difficulty. So everything has been like a level 0 or 1 so far.
Now a level 0.
I've gotten up. The thing I'm working on for Megan right now is a little more intensive, but I think the pattern was called A Scarf Just for Him. And it's also nice that you're able to sort things by like was this designed for men? Was this designed for women? Or is it unisex?
Like the sizing and stuff.
Yeah, so, and this is not blocked.
No, we have not
so
done
it's
that
got
yet.
a little smiley face curve to it. This is also done on, I love this yarn. I don't know what the color is. Like I said, I'm not good at this whole.
We'll get better.
What am I doing? Like what's in my stash and everything. And this was, this is 6 feet by, I don't know, 5 inches of half double crochets. Like I said, for my first project, I wanted something that I could just practice a whole bunch of stitches on and
Looks so
and just kind of get after it. And that's why I also went with something big, so that I could get the repetition.
Yeah, also needs to start having warm clothes.
Yeah, for Groton,
Connecticut.
in the winter. So yeah. So I think I really like it. I really like the yarn. A lot of you had recommended that I try. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, that was a common.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed working with that yarn.
Yeah, we need to block that.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, it's a little curvy, and I think, and also getting used to like how I started it versus how the last row finishes, like the difference in tension. So that was really fun to learn on, and once I actually had the hang of it, I think it took me 2 days.
It was not long. You just came home, you were like, I finished it.
Yeah, it took me 2 days
Just started it.
To finish. And then this next one I have saved. This is a ribbed hat. So maybe if I turn it this way, you can see the ribbing in it a little better. And then this is all double crochets, but double crocheted into the back bar.
Okay.
I think that's right. So that's how it gets the alternating.
What size needle have you been using?
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I just remember people talking about that. And size, like weight of yarn.
So that was a question I wanted to ask. I don't totally understand the yarn weights. I just get the yarn that is closest to the hook size for the pattern.
If anyone has any
so like my gauging and yarn weights and sizes is probably not totally right, but this I think was done, I think it was a 5.5 millimeter hook. And everything I talk about is in US terminology. So it's not UK terminology. So this was all half double crochets US with a 5.5 millimeter hook, I think. And then this was back bar stitched double crochets, and I think I used an 8 millimeter hook for this. This was done with Yarn Bee. I really like this yarn. I really like.
Is that what I got you from Hobby Lobby?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, this is the first yarn that when I touched it, I was like, ooh, this is really nice. So this pattern was really easy. It was just a big rectangle, and then you sewed and knotted the top, so there's a little knot on the inside. When I turned it in.
Is that yours or mine?
This one's yours. So that is the pattern as written. And I have a gigantic head, so when I put it on, when I was like, yay, I'm done, and then I put it on and it was cutting off the circulation to my head.
Mine.
So I made
a bigger one.
So I made a bigger one, and this was 30 rows, and so I increased it by 20% to fit my head. So this one is the length is the same, but I increased it to 36.
Hey, now we have a matching set.
Now we have matching hats.
Now we can be cute.
So, and it goes pretty good with the scarf.
Yeah.
I think. Not my shirt.
Cute.
Not my shirt.
Not the shirt. Yeah, obviously we're not.
Yeah.
Well, it's Christmas in July.
Mm-hmm.
We're just.
Yeah. So, this was a lot of fun. I really like the Yarn Bee yarn. Like I said, for my planned projects, I'm probably going to use that yarn as well.
Well, they have a lot of colors too.
Yeah, and as long as I can get the right sizes, I'm going to use that for my next couple projects. Mm-hmm. And then the whip I have is
it still a whip in crochet? It's still a work in progress. Yeah. I don't know if they have like their own terminology.
Is called the Mara brimmed hat. And
like I said, we'll link all this or type it all out.
Yeah. And this is how far I've gotten. So this is
let me put a picture. This is what it will eventually look like.
Yeah.
Okay. Cover photo.
Right there. And so I know that a big part of crocheting is crocheting in the round. So I wanted to learn how to crochet in a round. This is for Megan.
Oh, it's not for you?
Yeah, still got a little ways to go on it. I don't know where I necessarily went wrong, but I think I made this way too big. I think that that's from me not understanding the gauge of the pattern, so I had to
modify
in this here. So the top is double crochets in a round, increasing by 12 all the way around, and then this is alternating double crochet and double crochet groups. I really like the look of it. And this has been really fun to work on. It's also been moderately frustrating to work on, just learning how to crochet in a round and how to increase the stitches.
You still have done it so fast though.
Yeah, I think it took me, because I was learning how to do the round, it took me 3 days to do the first round, and then it's taken me a couple days to do this like webbed.
Well, a couple of days of like an hour. I mean, it's not like you've spent all day.
Yeah, right, yeah. So if I sat down, which maybe tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, I may just sit down and finish it.
Yeah.
But I had to cut, there's supposed to be 2 more rows here, but to fit Megan, I called it quits.
I have a small head though,
and I have a big head, and I also made the mistake that when I was originally working on it, I was putting it on my head, and I was like, oh, this looks great, size-wise. And
which means you need to be 20% smaller.
Yeah, so if
okay.
I do this again, which I very well may, I may take a couple rows off of the first rounds, off of the solid rounds. And
but
then,
also it's supposed to be a sun hat where I'm going to want to cover
it's supposed to be a little floppy, and it's going to have the brim, I think, is supposed to come out to there.
But then that comes out though.
Yeah. So there's somebody else, one of the things that I really like about Ravelry is that other people post their versions of the project and say how they changed it. And somebody posted finishing it slightly differently, and I really like the way that they finished it, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, so hopefully I'll have this finished over the next couple days, at least. So this has been a lot of fun. When people ask, like, why did you teach yourself how to crochet? I mean, it's really satisfying, and one of our family things is that we love to watch sports after work, and I hate being on my phone, so I wanted something like Megan has to do with my hands while we watch some sports.
It's also creating something.
Yeah. Oh, and this
productive,
And this yarn is the Sweet Cream, this color.
I think it's Aqua.
Yeah, I think it is the Sweet Cream Aqua, and I have another ball of it to finish the brim. So
it's really covered. I like the Sweet Cream too.
Yeah,
it's not as soft as the.
Yeah, this is a good material for the hat.
Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating for me personally to work with. I have like man hands, and I find that it, like, when I'm pulling on the yarn and I'm trying to hold tension, like, it's a little harder to work with for whatever reason.
You don't have the soft, delicate touch.
No, I don't. Definitely do not. So the next time I'm on, I promise I'll have I'll know what I'm doing. So,
it's okay. Yeah, I need to watch more. There's a couple floss tubers that knit that I watch. I don't know of many that crochet.
Yeah.
If you know of any other floss tubers that also crochet that you'd recommend,
hit us up.
I'd love to see. I'm trying to think.
Send Megan a DM because I don't really have social media.
She doesn't have social media at all. I know. I need to post your stuff on mine so that people can still see it.
Yeah. But understanding the yarn weights and the gauges and
how people display it. Because I know Carolyn at Off the Grid Needle Arts, I know she knits. So that's where I was telling you, what weight is it? I mean, that's off of Caroline. And I know a few others also knit, but if you know of any other crocheters.
Yeah.
At least off the top, I haven't also watched FlossTube in, months, so not really. Always looking for more recommendations.
Yeah, and then as far as my plans go, over the next few weeks, there's a Coozie pattern that I'm excited to do. It's like it's like a beer can koozie that has a handle.
Do you have the picture? I can show it.
Yeah, I do have the picture.
Yeah.
Try to keep the glare off of it. So that, I'm really excited to do that.
Do you have the hat?
Your hat? Yeah. That's Drink Coozie by Jillian Culver. Oh, Megan's hat.
This is the hat. I mean, we've already posted.
Is supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know where the glare
Right there,
is. Yeah. So that's what it's supposed to look like. We'll see in a couple days. And then, so I showed you the koozies. I'm going to work on a blanket for myself.
Yeah. So that's what I was like, you need stuff for yourself too.
This is
Afghan.
For the Love of Texture Afghan blanket. I'm really excited for this. I'm kitting that up tomorrow. That's by Dana Perry.
Are you going to do like 3 different colors too?
It's 4 different colors.
Oh, 4 different colors.
Yeah, so, and that's one of the, so I have a knitted crocheted blanket that's like my blanket, kind of, and I've had it for many, many years, and it's
Which one?
the Blue Angels blanket.
Oh, gosh.
And it's falling apart,
Yeah.
so I need kind of like a new...
That's almost like a tapestry though.
Yeah.
But you do need a new one.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm really excited to do this because that's going to become kind of like
your new, yeah.
my new blanket. And then I'm also going to be working on this for Megan. I'm really excited to start this.
I'm excited too.
It's a tote bag. It's called a Malia shoulder bag by Rebecca Langford. And this one is pretty well documented on...
I really like those colors.
On Ravelry. Yeah, this one's going to be really pretty. So the koozies, the blanket, and the bag are what's next. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff saved that are gift ideas and
like
things
that
like
knitted, that cable knit one.
Yeah, there's a cable knit, which isn't really cable knit.
It just
yeah,
looks like it.
Yeah.
It has that intertwine look.
But
without-
I feel like I have a couple more steps
yeah,
before
that's not next.
I can do that correctly.
That was for me, so.
Yeah, but my goal is to have the koozies, the blanket, and
Yeah.
the bag done by the end of this month.
And I really want him to teach me at some point too, because like I feel like that would be. I've done cross stitch. Like we have a couple friends who are hopefully expanding their family soon. Well, one definitely is. One's pregnant. But then the other one's soon too. And like I would love to be able to do like baby blankets for them because I don't know if they'll necessarily want like a baby sampler or something cross stitch wise.
Right.
So it'd be fun to be able to make them like a baby blanket. And then also you don't have to make me everything. I can do it myself.
Yeah. and I have some baby blankets. Patterns saved. I might also I really like the patterns for some of those, and I might just make them big.
Yeah.
Because I like the pattern personally, and I know
they don't have to be for a baby.
Yeah, and I know Megan likes a couple of the patterns personally as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, really exciting. But,
yeah.
And then Mom sent you some of those.
The
dinosaurs.
Yeah, the little miniatures.
Animals.
There's quite a few of those that I want to do.
Yeah, I feel like their skill level's got to go up a little bit. But.
Yeah, and I needed the stuffing and some extra material and stuff for those.
Yeah.
So, but little dinosaurs, sea creatures, and dragons and stuff like that. I want to do a whole bunch.
It's a whole new world.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. So we have 2 crafters in the house now officially, and you've actually stuck with this. I've been so proud. The knitting didn't last very long because it just took too long. And
I don't have the patience for it. So. I like to just be able to yarn up and just go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he was on nights and you left with your yarn and came back. He's like, I have a hat.
Yeah.
What? I made a hat.
And,
it was a slow night.
And it was really funny for my coworkers to be like, why are you crocheting? And then them asking, can you teach me?
How do you crochet?
Yeah, how do you do that? And then, can you make me something? And I'm like, if I had more yarn, I'd make you a hat too.
Yeah.
So
I know we do need some more dishcloths. We need to make some dishcloths.
We do. Yeah.
That's how you can teach me is I make some dishcloths.
Yeah.
But because there are times where cross stitch can be a little cumbersome to travel with, so it'd be nice to just whip out something like that.
Yeah, and I got a Amazon set of crochet hooks and with this little carrying bag and this plus the yarn. That's it. So
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really convenient and it's really fun.
Yeah. So that's the crochet portion of my channel now.
Thank you for tolerating.
I know. We'll see how long.
It's not knitting, but I'm not changing my Ravelry. So because Southern Dude Knits has a really good ring to it, and I'm gonna say. And I don't know if there's a description or something I can put. I know it's not knitting or whatever.
And who knows? Maybe one day you'll go back to knitting.
Yeah, maybe
you never know.
Yeah.
When you're retired and have time and
decades in the future. Yeah.
Or there might be something that comes along that you're like, okay, I'm gonna try this for knitting or something. You never know. You can never say never. but yeah, we'll post some of your stuff on my, since you don't have social media, you can post some on my Instagram. But yeah, happy 4th of July weekend to
Happy 4th.
everyone.
We're going to be in Williamsburg.
Yeah, we're going to, some of our really good friends are now living in Williamsburg, which we're super excited about.
Yeah.
So we're going to go up to Williamsburg, and fireworks in Colonial Williamsburg will be interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if there's any other really live stuff that I'm missing. Our brains.
I cooked pork belly for the first time a couple weeks ago.
And he's also the chef of our family.
And that went fantastic. That was really good. That's the only other life thing I have.
Yeah. Yeah, we're one day at a time right now. We are one day at a time.
Yeah.
So
36 hours at most.
At most. We only know about 4th of July plans because his friend texted him.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yeah, sounds good. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back at the end of this month, before August or shortly into August. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, comments. We really seriously appreciate everyone.
Yeah, the support and the love, and also the understanding. We know now a lot of you have been through very similar circumstances that we have, and that's been one of the most comforting parts to us, knowing that this isn't an isolated thing to just us. It's
not a club we thought we'd be a part of, but we are very comforted by all of you that have had to also go through something traumatic like that. And yeah, we really, really appreciate you. And yeah, we'll hopefully have, a baby, another puppy baby.
Yeah, sometime this fall.
Yeah. We miss, now that we know what 2-dog household feels like, we want to go back to it.
Yeah.
So we love, Tanky is still the best boy and our best man, but we definitely want to go back to having 2 around. So keep you updated on that. But yeah, so in the meantime, everyone, stay safe out there. Hopefully fireworks don't affect you too much. And happy stitching and happy crocheting.
Happy crocheting.
See you soon, friends. Bye.